Hello, everybody. This is Kevin, New York Jets fan since 1982, and I'm going to give a quick little breakdown of what happened last night in the Monday night game between the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers. And quite frankly, I'm just going to be perfectly honest. I did not think that the Jets were going to win that game. I didn't predict that the Jets would win that game. I was hopeful, obviously, as a Jets fan, that the Jets would win. So I'm not disappointed overall in the loss. What I am disappointed in is of the effort. I expected a game that was much closer than what the score indicated. And quite frankly, the blame, the majority of the blame comes down to two factors. Number one, Coach Robert Saleh. I think right now he's on the hot seat. I think the hot seat is starting to get nuclear. Right now, Robert Saleh is sitting on he's sitting on a saucepan that is full of hot grease. I'll just put it to you like that. And if the Jets were to lose this coming Sunday against Tennessee, the man might as well wear one of those Homer Simpson radioactive suits to the post-game press conference. It's not looking good for that dude. And listen, I can tell he's a nice person. He's a nice man. I can tell he's a very likable, particularly outside of football. A great family man with eight children and whatnot. But it's getting to the point now where you start to wonder if he's that dude. I'm starting to think he could be like the modern day Joe Walton for those older Jets fans that remember Joe Walton from the '80s. God rest his soul, nice man, but he was not that dude. He was not that dude that was gonna lead the Jets to the promised land that the Jets have not been in over 50 years. This is his fourth season, and you really haven't seen much progress. You do have the built-in excuse that Aaron Rodgers was hurt all of last season, but still, uh, he just was outcoached by Kyle Shanahan, and it showed. It didn't look like the team was prepared, particularly on defense. Robert Saleh is supposed to be this defensive guru, so to speak, and that defense was atrocious. I've been seeing some videos from some other analysts, and as of right now, that Jets defense was overrated. That San Francisco 49ers offensive line gave them it was an old school ass whooping. It was good old fashioned Vince Lombardi toss power trap and just like this. And the defense had no answer. The only real bright spot for the defense was Quincy Williams, number 56, the linebacker. Other than that, there was a sequence there where Sauce Gardner looked like he got a stinger in his left shoulder, was out for a few plays. Ashton Davis can man, that man can't cover nobody. Ashton Davis is the modern day Otis Smith, and if you remember Otis Smith couldn't cover anybody back in the day. Um, but let's just hope that this is a wake up call to the defense, a defense that had been hyped up that they were going to be the number one defense in the league. They've been a top defense the last couple of years, but the Jets had no offense. Hopefully, going forward, starting with this Sunday at Tennessee and into the remainder of the season, the defense gets its act together. As far as the offense, you basically have a brand new offensive line. Overall, I thought the offense from a passing standpoint looked okay. They did a good job of protecting Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers finally got past the fifth play of the season. Uh, he does the shovel pass to Brees Hall. Brees Hall fumbles. A great play by Fred Warner, the all pro linebacker, and that gets the 49ers to recover the ball. They go up 3-0. A couple of drives later, you can see the great chemistry between Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson. Three consecutive third down conversions, and then Brees Hall gets a touchdown. The Jets go up 7-3. And despite all the everything that was happening in the first half, it was still manageable. They were up 7-3 at the half. They were down 16-7. Everything was still, it was still manageable. A 10-point deficit at halftime. That's really nothing. But in the first half, the Jets were just completely outclassed. The 49ers basically had the ball for about 40 minutes. So you gotta give credit to the 49ers. I've always said that in football, you win games in the trenches, the offensive line and the defensive line. If you cannot dominate, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, who the receivers are. That makes no difference. And it showed last night. It was old school football. Brock Purdy managing the game. the receivers for the 49ers, catching passes when needed. Oh, excuse me. Debo Samuel's running the ball. And then this young Jordan Mason kid looking like Jim Brown out there. So props to the 49ers. So we'll see what happens next week against the Tennessee Titans in Tennessee. I did a watch along for last night's game. I think it was pretty successful. So more than likely, I'll be doing a watch along for this Sunday for the Jets at Tennessee. So look for that on social media, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on X this Sunday noon Central Time. So I'll like I said, I'll be doing that watch along, and we'll see how many more watch alongs I do throughout the remainder of the season. No need to panic just yet. But if the Jets go 0-2, I feel bad for Robert Saleh. And I'm gonna say something else before I get out of here. If the Jets don't make the playoffs, that's not really gonna hurt Aaron Rodgers' legacy. Aaron Rodgers' legacy in the annals of NFL history is secure. But as far as Robert Saleh, it's over, and you can start saying goodbye to Brees Hall, Sauce Gardner, and Garrett Wilson. They're going to be looking to go elsewhere. So that's it for my analysis of last night's game. This has been the Veterans Gaming Podcast.